Hello and welcome to Arsenal Domination, where it ended a few minutes ago at the Emirates. Arsenal 1, Manchester City 1. And I think it's a game that Mikel Arteta will look back on with a bit of regret. I spoke a couple of weeks ago on this channel about the fact that Arsenal had an opportunity in these next couple of weeks to really sort of show some intent and show some attacking intent that they feared no one, particularly at home. I've understood the sort of thought process around the slightly more pragmatic approach at Anfield, even in Bilbao midweek on Tuesday, where you've got that febrile atmosphere and the need to make sure you don't lose that first Champions League game being crucial. But tonight we were at home, or this afternoon anyway, we were at home to Manchester City, who remain a good side, but Arsenal undoubtedly a better side, and one with 2 days rest. And I felt that Arsenal really should have released the handbrake. It's not necessarily a surprise. I've talked about in the week the need to be more, Arteta's view that pragmatic midfield allows Arsenal to wear teams down and go for it late. And in some ways that was true today, but it really wasn't the main point. The decision to start Trossard on the left I found an odd one. Sort of get the Martinelli didn't necessarily start given his legs late on, but and that obviously proved decisive. But I thought that was an odd one. For me, it was either Eza started on the left or it was Gabby Martinelli for me. And Trossard did nothing and lucky to stay on as long as he did. And he went for that pragmatic three in the middle, which, I think we all sort of knew was likely to come. And as I say, that's a disappointment for me more than anything else. Saliba started, he was perfectly fine. I wouldn't have started him today because of the fact he wasn't match fit. But and the fact Mosquera was playing well, but he did, and I think that was absolutely fine. But Arsenal got caught early on, and at that point we're chasing the game. 7 minutes in, Erling Haaland, does what he does best: one chance, one goal. Arsenal caught too far forward for that one, and Arsenal, despite controlling possession, huffed and puffed their way through the first half. Some credit to Arteta. He made the change at half-time. I thought Madueke, unfortunate to be substituted. For me, it would have been Trossard when Saka came on that would have gone and Madueke over to the left. And Moreno withdrawn to see that slightly more attacking midfield. And, Arsenal with a better side in the second half. City went more and more defensive. Interesting to see if the pundits do talk about the fact that they were pragmatic to try and win the game or stay in the game. And look, I'm not criticising Pep for that. I think it was understandable. But Arsenal ultimately getting there at the end, with a lovely ball through, Martinelli dinking over Donnarumma. Arsenal get the point. They're 5 points off in the title race. The pressure's going to be on. I think he's going to have to win at Newcastle. But Arsenal not out the title race. But this wasn't helped, and Arteta will need to think